a week away from the opening ceremonies of the Milan Cortina Winter Games. And this morning, the story of a drive to celebrate the magic that was made at the 1980 Olympics.
Yeah, the work is underway and the fundraising has begun to erect a life-size monument to the 1980 men's hockey team that'll be unveiled in time for the 50th anniversary of this at the site of that miraculous feat.
This is a project of passion.
I consider myself extremely lucky.
Sculptor Rob Eccleston grew up in Lake Placid and, like so many others, was moved by a miracle. And now that he's an accomplished memorial sculptor, he had an idea for his hometown. He wanted to use his art to celebrate the men behind that miracle.
When you do a memorial, you want to like the people you're memorializing. Yeah. And it's very easy to like these guys.
In 2015, he was able to present the idea and 3 designs to the team, which had gathered in Lake Placid to celebrate the 35th anniversary of that huge win over the Soviet Union and their subsequent gold medal. Jeff Potter, the president of the nonprofit group Friends of the 1980 Miracle on Ice team, says that the group had no problem deciding what image they wanted as their legacy in bronze.
They all chose the one of them, no names on the back of their sweatsuits, on top of the podium with their hands raised in the air, their fingers pointed, and just after they received the medal.
When they come to Lake Placid, the first thing they think about is the 80 Olympic hockey team and obviously Eric Heiden. And I think to have a statue here for people to be able to share in that moment, be a part of that moment, take a picture in front of it or whatever, I think it would be just the lasting tribute to our team.
Mike Eruzione was the captain of that team, and he says the boys also wanted to make sure another athlete who made history on the ice at Lake Placid was remembered and honored.
He's also doing one of Eric Heiden, so we've got a standalone monument that will go down on the oval for Eric Heiden. That was when we started this in 2015, and the team was here for the 35th anniversary. That was one of the deals, was to make sure that they honored Eric Heiden as well.
Eric Heiden became the first person to win 5 gold medals in the same Olympics, taking 5 speed skating events from the 500 all the way up to the 10,000 meter, setting an Olympic record in every one of them.
This memorial is a long time coming, and I wish it was done like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Not only because I was younger, I could probably work faster, but because more of them would have been around.
3 players and Coach Herb Brooks have passed since the 80 Games. The Heiden Monument will be on the Olympic Oval, while the Miracle on Ice Monument will stand right in front of the Olympic Center, which houses the Herb Brooks Arena. They hope to unveil it in 2030 for the 50th anniversary. In the meantime, work continues on the fundraising side of things to raise the $5 million that will cover the cost of the celebration, the sculptures, and their upkeep.
It was such a memorable moment for the nation back in 1980 that we're hopeful that people remember it and will donate, whether it's $19.80 or $100 or whatever their philanthropic budget is.
And so far, they've raised about $600,000. The website to look for if you want to give is 1980miraclemonument.org, and we'll put a link within the story at WGRZ.com.